Hello everybody and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's gonna be time for some March of the Eagles. Sorry about that. The game volume is a little loud there. Okay. So, we have the new Europa Universalis IV expansion coming out pretty soon, Cradle of Civilization, and some new Crusader Kings 2 content coming out, all sorts of stuff. And I figured, why not go back to one of Paradox Interactive's most obscure games? Probably besides Sengoku, I think March of the Eagles is probably the most obscure game that Paradox Development Studios ever developed. I really like this game, actually. I think it's really cool. There's a couple mods out for the game that really make it kind of cool. So I decided, why don't we go ahead and jump on into this game and play a little more of it. There's a couple other campaigns on the channel that we've done, but let's take a look once again at March of the Eagles. I like this game. I enjoy it. Set during the Napoleonic era. We're playing with a mod. It's called the Gods. It's a Gods mod for March of the Eagles. So let's go and jump on in. Usually this game starts off in the year 1805, which was right after Napoleon had been crowned Emperor of the French Empire. But right now, we're going to go ahead and jump on into the year 1792. The Gods mod that I'm playing with right now sets the start date of this game back to 1792. And 1792 was the first year of the French Revolutionary Wars. Let's go and read the description here. The French Revolution of 1789 heralded more than a decade of war. People had high hopes for the Peace of Amiens in 1802, but it proved no more than a short truce. The armies of the Emperor Napoleon now massed at Boulogne, preparing for a cross-channel invasion. It actually looks like this description is wrong. It actually does not update for this grand campaign of 1792. Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and jump on in then? I'll explain a little bit of the history of this period. So 1792, obviously the French Revolution happened in 1789, and by 1792, the Kingdom of France was no more, and there were a lot of people that wanted to move France into a republic. Eventually, the King of France, King Louis XVI of France, would be executed by the Republican government of France. He would be executed for treason. And it was that event, that particular event, the deposition and the eventual execution of the monarch of France, terrified all of Europe. Prussia, Austria, Great Britain would declare war on France, Spain, and a lot of other people would eventually join. And that's basically where this campaign right now is going to pick up, right here. France is going to be going to war with Prussia, Austria, Great Britain, Spain, all sorts of stuff. Eventually, France would resort to a few pretty unique military measures, things like conscription, things like managing the economy, probably much more directly than any other country of Europe was doing at the time. And eventually, France would be able to produce more guns and more men for the army than any other monarchy of Europe could really be able to muster. France would eventually win this this is called the first of the French Revolutionary Wars, 1792 to 1797. And, you guys know how the history goes. Napoleon eventually comes to power in France. He takes power, usually around, it's usually speculated about 1800 or so. By 1804, he crowns himself Emperor of the French. And then by 1804, 1805, more war. The Napoleonic Wars in earnest start once again. So I was considering, what country should we play as in 1792? What should we do? We'll play as Great Britain. Want to play as France itself? Maybe, I don't know, Austria, Prussia. The Polish Commonwealth is still around. Poland would also, during this time period, be annihilated by Russia, Prussia, and Austria. We could play as Russia. We could play that if we want to. Sweden's actually pretty fun. It's kind of a difficult campaign, though. Denmark controls Denmark-Norway at this time. I actually felt, why don't we go ahead and play as the Ottomans? The Ottomans during this time in 1792 were pretty backward. They had gone to war with Austria and Russia a few times during this period. They have Tripolitania, Egypt, Tunisia, and Algeria as satellites, as well as Wallachia and Moldavia. They've got problems with Russia. They got problems with Austria. They have territorial ambitions in Persia. They obviously want to maintain control of North Africa, perhaps invade Morocco. So why don't we go and play as the Ottomans, actually? Our king is Selim III Osmanli. We are a feudal monarchy. We are a great power. And let's see if we can assert Ottoman hegemony throughout Europe. I don't know. Maybe we can. Okay, so let's go and let's take a look around the place. What do we have here? Let's see. What troops are these guys? These guys are infantry. These look like... It's going to tell me if these guys are an infantry brigade. Okay, Albania, Tamar. Okay, so yeah, let's go and take a look real quick at our diplomatic map mode. This game is a little archaic. compared to, you know, the user interface of Europa Universalis IV and stuff nowadays. It's a little archaic, but hopefully we'll be able to maneuver around. We've got hotkeys and stuff still, which is pretty nice. I like to use those. So, Egypt, Tripolitania, Tunisia, and Algeria are our satellites. Wallachia and Moldavia are satellites. We want to probably invade Persia, get rid of his ass. Maintain control over North Africa, hopefully. Perhaps invade Morocco at some point or another. Apparently Morocco is guaranteeing the independence of the papacy, which is interesting. We have significant armed forces. We have quite a few armed forces, I think. Let's have all of our fleet, if we do have fleets around the place, let's have all of our fleets go to Constantinople. This is our capital of Constantinople. We've got a few troops here as well. Why don't we go ahead and assemble an army there? We've just got kind of, I think these are garrisons just kind of scattered around the place, which is interesting. So we're actually going to go ahead. This game uses a rally point system, so we're going to make Constantinople a rally point. I think for probably the whole empire. I think that'd be okay. Let's take a quick look through our tabs here. What we have in our tabs. So we view Austria and Russia as natural rivals. We're threatened by them. We have no allies. There's no such thing as allies in this game. Let's take a look at France. Is France at war with anybody right now? France is actually not at war with anybody. That's probably going to change. Interesting. Any decisions? We can reform the monarchy. No, I guess we can't do that right now. Victory conditions. We need to increase our naval and land dominance before we can be victorious. We are making quite a bit of money per month, actually. Not bad. We definitely need to train some infantry. Yeah, let's get rid of all our naval transports right now. Or naval, you know. We don't want to build any naval units, so let's just filter this out. Filter this menu out. So infantry, light infantry, horse artillery brigades, janissaries. So janissaries are guards. Okay. Janissaries are guards. Infantry are just regular conscript infantry. I think light infantry are, you know, light infantry, obviously skirmishers, things like that. We've got some ideas. We've got Ottoman ideas. What are our Ottoman ideas? Pasha levies, Baylor Bay, Ottoman Madrash, Harak, new land taxation for all subjects of the Ottoman Empire, and then Pax Ottomana, Ottoman peace. Interesting. Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and go on speed 4 right now? We'll just let a little bit of time tick past. I want to see what does our armed forces look like? How many troops do we actually have around the empire? I'm going to mobilize probably mostly everybody over here to Persia because I do want to invade that. So let's just have a rally point here. Let's take a look over here. Why don't we have everybody meet up here in Trebizond? Excuse me. I love the music in this game too. This music is really nice. Okay, yeah, so let's take a look at, we're gonna have all these guys come over here to Constantinople. We're gonna have some troops come here to Trebizond. I think I'll actually maybe make Trebizond a rally point too. Let's take a look at this army actually. So we have a left, center flank, and then the reserves. Let's take a look at this. We've got the flanks here. It's very reminiscent of Crusader Kings 2 if you've never played this game. Very reminiscent of Crusader Kings 2. Who's our overall best leader? I'm actually gonna put this guy, Almandar Mustafa Pasha. We're gonna put you in the center of this army, and then we'll put Tosun Pasha. He's a 34209. We've got maneuver, offensive, defensive, and then overall expertise. So we'll put you on the right flank. Put you on the left. Who's the leader of the reserves? We'll put you, Mehmed Beg Klinovic. Okay. So perhaps actually the guy who leads the reserves is the main general. Oh, okay. Well then, let's actually make you no leader then. We'll put our 11 guy in charge. We'll put Ibrahim Bouchet Pasha in charge of the center then. Yeah, so it looks like actually the reserves is a primary commander. Interesting, okay. Let's take a look at our outliner here. We've got all of our Jewish communities. There are thriving and vibrant communities across Europe of Jews. We get more taxes, it's cool. So we have armies moving to either Trebizond or Constantinople. Let's see. The Ancien regime. Starting in France and spreading across Europe, the Ancien regime was the name given to the rise of centralization with the king and is appointed as the true power of the state. The result of those in power did not seek defining conflict. So it looks like most of the countries of Europe get Ancien regime. France does as well. Interesting. Okay. National manpower modifier, general offensive modifier, army march speed. Okay. Why don't we actually go and speed this up a little bit? This game moves, especially because my processor, this game runs really fast, so time can tick by very quickly if you're not careful. You could probably go in speed 5 during peacetime and speed 4 during war. Anything slower is pretty slow. So it's going to have you emerge up here. So this is an army of 62.6 thousand men. The flanks look good. We have 15,000 guards, 21,000 infantry. Damn, 19,000 cavalry. 4,800 in the artillery. That is an enormous military force. Wow. Okay. Let's see. We've got 9 brigades each. Okay, so the game has actually done a pretty good job of just organizing everybody. Imperium Romanum Sacrum. The Holy Roman Empire was a varying complex of lands that existed from 962 to 1806 in Central Europe. This event will give the Emperor, electors, and member states bonus modifier. Oh, okay. National taxes, monthly demands, national manpower modifier. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we've got 2 armies. We've got one here in Constantinople, or technically in Escudur. We have another one here. Let's go ahead. This is actually mountains. Probably want to move this guy. Supply limit. Let's go here. Let's get you a good army, or let's just reorganize your forces a bit. So this is 777 and 6. Okay, not bad. So we have full manpower. We're gonna want to change that. We have a manpower of 54,000. Our max manpower is 441,000, which is in 10 years. Manpower recovers very quickly, but can also be drained very, very quickly in this game. You just gotta be careful. What's up with Persia? Persia is apparently guaranteeing the independence of Tuscany, Papacy, and Sicily. We're gonna launch an invasion of Persia, I think. We're gonna occupy everything, try and take his ass out. We may have to split this army, though. Okay. Yeah, we'll split this army. Let's go and march over to Mosul, and yeah, how about Caesarea? That's fine. And then Trabzon, you're actually okay. You can actually probably stay here. Invasion of Persia is gonna be a little annoying, but it'll work out all right, I think. Yeah, so we take a little bit of attrition on the march to Persia. So we can reform the monarchy. Enacting this decision will allow us to reform our government to a more modern one. The requirement tooltip is wrong. Only 100 prestige is needed. So we don't need 1,000 prestige. We just need 100. This the type of government changes to absolute monarchy. Well, what do we have right now? We have a feudal monarchy. What would an absolute monarchy get us? Let's see, can we find one? This guy's in like despotism. Constitutional. Absolute monarchy gives you monthly diplomats, monthly prestige, monthly idea points. Looks like France and Spain have gone to war. France is at war with Spain. Did he declare? Who declared the war? We see that? Holy shit, Spain is at war with Portugal, Hanover, Great Britain, and France. Wow. Spain definitely dislikes me. France likes me. I would actually like to be on friendly relations with France, if that's possible. Perhaps we send him war subsidies. Sure. Why don't we give him some money? How's our budget? Budget's really good. Okay. Yeah, why don't we send France some subsidies? And why don't we go ahead and declare war on Persia? I think we should be okay to do that. Persia is apparently at war with Austria, Ulm, Frankfurt, Nuremberg, Hall, Rothenburg, Liège, and, okay. We're gonna go and take this decision as well to reform the monarchy. Come to absolute monarchy? Sure, why not? We're gonna destroy that Persian force there. And then we'll begin sieges of enemy territory down here. We've got to siege down Al-Basra, Okan, Erevan, Tabriz, and Sakez, and then we could probably annex all of Persia. Okay. I don't imagine we'll face too much resistance from the Persians, but you never know. You never know. Declare war. Okay, France. It's the 6th of August, 1792. They tell us of the execution of King Louis XVI. The path leading to the scaffold was extremely rough and difficult to pass. The king was obliged to lean on my arm, and from the slowness with which he proceeded, I feared for a moment that his courage might fail. But what was my astonishment when he arrived at the last step? I felt that he suddenly let go of my arm, and I saw him cross with a firm foot the breadth of the whole scaffold. Silenced by his look alone, 15 or 20 drums that were placed opposite to me, and in a voice so loud that it must have been heard at Point Tournant, I heard him pronounce distinctly these memorable words. I do innocent of all the crimes laid to my charge. I pardon those who have occasioned my death, and I pray to God that the blood you are going to shed may never be visited on France. The last words of King Louis XVI. Yeah. Okay, so we engaged in a battle. Our flanks are good. We've got plenty of troops. We've got pretty decent morale. Looks like we actually have lower morale than the Persians. River crossing, yeah, the frontage modifier. Looks like we'll do just fine, though. We lost about 7,000 and killed about 10. Okay. Persia's got little manpower. More exhaustion going on. We could begin this siege. I think we'll catch those troops. Yes, there we go. Okay. So we're beginning some sieges here. So sieges, can actually work pretty quickly. You can actually siege stuff down pretty quick. So, War of Ottoman Aggression started 1792. Okay. I think we just go on speed 5 for a while. We just won the Siege of Erevan. We won the Siege of Bakan. Let's head over here to Tabriz. Let's head over here to Sakez. Persia would like a peace offer. I'm going to go in decline. I'll make peace on my terms, not theirs. We lost, let's see, 4,700 to kill 10,000. Not bad at all. Not too shabby. Austria, they tell us the coronation of Franz II. With the death of Leopold II, his son Franz has taken the throne. Okay. Looks like all of our satellites are coming on down to help us out with this siege. Take a Sakez. Okay, Al-Basra. Let's see, we have a festival. There's a festival being held in one of our provinces. Tech receipts should increase markedly for a few weeks. Sweet. Okay, almost full occupation. Not quite there yet. We're losing some manpower. Let's go and split this stack. Make sure we're not taking too much attrition. Okay, so we fully occupied Persia. What can we do? Okay, so we can't demand tribute. Well, we can demand tribute. We can't annex them entirely, though. Okay. What do I want to take? I could take all of that. I just can't annex them entirely. I'd have to declare another war sometime in the future. I could ask him to become a satellite, but he's too large for that. Barely too large. So why don't we go ahead and take... We'll take everything around him, I guess. That'll just be the last of his stuff. Can I ask him to break his treaties, too? No treaties with Sicily, the Papacy, and Venice. And then you want to give me some money? Alright, I'll skip the money. Okay. Cool. Whoa, who's this? What the hell? Armenia has been released from Persia. It's a satellite of Austria. That's really weird. Okay. So if we want to declare war on Austria to take over Armenia, I guess we could do that. Curious. Let's go to Vaughn. We have, let's see, we can get a couple national ideas. Get recruitment time, brigade cost, partial levies. I'll actually take that, partial levies. That sounds good to me. So let's get our troops back to friendly terrain. Hopefully not taking too much attrition by any means. Ooh, it looks like these troops are actually trapped here now. Okay. When is this truce over with Persia? $1794. So about a year from now, we can declare war on Persia. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a little difficult here because now we're cut off from the rest of our supplies. We don't have any supply here. That's concerning. I do not want these troops to get trapped here. Alright. Well, if that's what's gonna happen, that's what's gonna happen. I can't do too much about that right now. Let's just make sure we're not really losing too many men. Let's see. Nizam-e-Sadid. The reforms of Sultan Selim III includes conscription, new taxes, new legal categories, and more territorially based state structure, achieved by better defined regions and administrative centralization. Sultan Selim III hopes that these reforms will make the Ottomans catch up both militarily and politically with Western powers. Morale of armies, monthly prestige. Cool. Constitution of the Year 3 has been enacted in France. Let me see. We're going to supply you guys. No more attrition, please. Thank you. No more attrition. Okay. So, yeah, I think we're going to declare war. Let's finish up with Persia. We may actually attack Armenia, which would involve going to war with Austria. Huh. Yeah. We're going to need more troops for that. Probably. So let's go and start building up an army. Let me do Janissary brigades. Let's see, this is 24,000. Wow, those Janissary brigades are large. Okay, we'll do 18,000 guards. Let's do 9,200 infantry. We're gonna want some light infantry in there. I'll do 9,600 horse artillery, foot artillery batteries, frontage, speed. Yeah, the horse artillery are faster. Speed is important. Their attack is lower compared to, I think, the foot artillery, but yeah, so 2.4 bombard attack, but the foot artillery are 3. These regular artillery batteries are very slow, but they're still, the bombard attack is pretty good. I'm gonna go to take a horse artillery, actually. How much artillery do I want? I'll take 10,000. Then we're gonna need supply brigades. I'll do 8,000. It's gonna be an enormous military force. We spent basically all of our manpower in that, which is okay. That's gonna be an enormous army though, which is fine. Wow, it's actually not as big as I thought it was. Oh yeah, we don't have any cavalry in that damn force. Yeah, we should get some cav for those guys probably. That would be smart. Let's take a look at these guys. The regular cavalry brigades have morale of 2, frontage of 2, combat attack of 1, pursue. Okay, these guys are basically the same. Cavalry or tomorrow cavalry, doesn't really matter. I'll just take regular cav. How much do we need? I'll get 8,000 or 8,400. See, Ottoman ideas, cavalry initiative, Baylor Bey. The commander of commanders is the highest rank of provincial administrators in the Ottoman Empire. By appointing a Baylor Bey to administrate several provinces, morale of the people will increase. Actually, I prefer something else. National revolt risk recruitment, starting experience. I wouldn't mind some stuff for like manpower, so recruitment would be nice. Yeah, national manpower modifier. Let's actually go through. Let's go through basic training first. That's gonna give us starting experience. Yeah. Okay. Can we declare war on Persia again? Yeah, I think we can. Okay. I don't think we'll need too many troops for this. Let's annihilate Persia. That's the last province they have? Oh yeah, we're gonna be fine. We don't need too much. Yeah, it's 100% of occupation right there. Okay. Cool. Okay, so Armenia, you are a satellite of... Oh, there's some construction going on. So, Armenia is a satellite of the Austrians, which is not good. Apparently the Knights Hospitaller are still around, really, in Malta? You guys are still there? Oh my god, that's pretty cool. Let's see, Venice controls a little bit of these islands here. I wouldn't mind attacking the Austrians, actually. He's at war with France, the Netherlands, and Switzerland. Okay, looks like France is kicking some ass over here. I would like to invade Morocco, too. That'd be kind of cool. Secure Moroccan independence. Or secure Morocco, because we have Algeria, Tunisia, Tripolitania. And then again, I don't really want to move troops over there if I can avoid it. It's true. I mean, I would need a lot of troops to be able to face off against the Austrians. They would have a lot of manpower, a lot of men. I can't really tell. Can I go to the ledger? Can I tell how many troops I have? How large is the Austrian army? Manpower. Wars? Yeah, what type of wars are going on, man? Third War, French aggression. Suppression of the Commonwealth are at war. France and Austria are fighting. Okay. So Austria has a lot of manpower right now. They've got 150.9 thousand men in the field. And their army quality is about 109%. Mine's a little better. I've got better income. I've got more money than they do. They have more prestige though. So I would need to, well, a protracted war with Austria would not be good for me. We've got plenty of money that we should probably try and expend a little bit. I could do a dry dock, a large depot, would get me some depot levels. I can get a fort, makes this place hard to siege down. A recruiting office gives me more manpower here. Manufactory, university. I don't know. None of these really matter, to be honest. Just get a couple recruiting offices, I suppose. Get some better roads. See, that's the thing about this game, is that you can't really build too much development and stuff like that. It just takes too much micromanagement. Yeah, why don't we go ahead? Let's leave an army here to siege down Armenia, and I'm going to transfer the rest of the army over here to engage Austria. I think we should be able to do okay-ish. We probably want Ragusa. We want to take whatever we can at Croatia. Pretty cool. I can actually take a look. Let's take a look here at the culture map mode. Obviously, cultures are a little weird. This is all Semitic. This is Turco-Semitic. This is Greek here, Bulgarian, Romanian. They actually did a pretty good job trying to be semi-historical. Czech, Slovak, Hungarian. A couple of Germanic stuff around here. Ruthenian, all the Russian stuff. Yeah, let's see if we can attack Austria. Perhaps we can get some stuff for our satellites. Enemy of Wallachia. The former rebel leader and current Pasha of Vidin, Osman Pazvanantoglu, has a habit of making violent raids in Wallachia. We will put a stop to such acts. Let's see. So it takes a while to get from place to place. We'll invade Armenia. Ooh, we're gonna send this army too. That's right. I don't want to forget about these guys. Okay. So Austria, yeah, you're busy, Austria. 111,000 men. So we have double his strength, basically. We have double his strength. Okay. Let's get you a leader. Get you a couple leaders, actually. So this force here is 9,000 Janissaries, 20,000 infantry, 8,400 cavalry, 10,000 artillery, 9,600 light infantry. We've got no militia. We've got a service group for the supply. This force would need to be larger. We might want to combine these two armies. Significant forts would probably be anything in the highly populated areas of the Austrian Empire, which would be here in the Balkans. Do you want to combine these forces? I think we will. So we take Ragusa and then push them along the coast and repel Ottoman or Austrian troops as necessary. Damn, the French have actually gone over here to Ragusa. Wow. Okay, maybe not then. All right. Well, actually, I think we're going to take a quick break here. We will invade Austria in the next episode, actually. It's 1795 right now, 25th of April, 1795, which is actually... it's not exactly... Well, it's not that far off, actually, historically, to when the Ottomans are at war with the Austrians. We'll go ahead and take a break here, and we will come back to this in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you guys are interested in this game, this series here. It's gonna be fairly short. It's fairly small. It's gonna be a small series, but you know, I figured it's fun to play this game. Why don't we just come back to it and just mess around with it for a while before the new Europa Universalis IV expansion comes out? So, all right, guys, I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Maybe check out Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much.